Hi, it's Melissa again. I'm a presenter with the Louisville Children's Museum, and today we're going to talk a little bit about time. So long ago, before there were clocks of any kind and we didn't have iPhones, what did people use to tell time? So the first thing we're going to do is a sundial. Now you can do a sundial with pretty much anything, Legos, your own body, whatever you want to do. So this little time sundial that I did, I started at 9 o'clock, I've done 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, and right now it's 12 o'clock. So you can kind of see my shadow as the sun comes in and out. So I am going to go ahead and mark, there goes the sun, my 12 o'clock. Now, I'm going to put 12 there. Now, you can see that the shadow right now is a little bit short. That's because it's midday. So shadows are the longest in the early morning and the late afternoon when the sun appears low in the sky. But at noon, it's the shortest. So, okay, now we know what hour it might be, but what about minutes? So we're going to do a couple of different things to track minutes. So the first one is called a water clock. So what I've done here is I have a cup, a plastic cup, and I put a hole in the bottom. And then I put it into a jar. Now I tainted my water green with some food coloring. And so far, I have done 3 minutes. So I marked each time at the minute. So this is 3 minutes, 1, 2, 3. Now I'm gonna add some more water and we're gonna do a minute here. So I'm gonna add some water and hit my start button. I have a timer for a minute. So you're gonna watch it drip down. And then when our timer goes off, we're going to mark it again. So you can do this for maybe like 5 minutes and get your marks, and then you kind of know how much you're gonna have for each minute. You can use a bigger jar, a smaller jar, doesn't really matter, and it doesn't matter how much your liquid comes out. So mine's kind of dripping. It could come out a little faster if you had more water. You need to mark the time a few minutes so you kind of know where your marks are. And we got 10 seconds left. I'm gonna get ready. 2, 1, and stop. So I'm gonna mark my jar. Oop. I think my marker is out from the sun, but we'll mark it as best we can. There we go. Okay, now the last thing we're gonna do is I'm gonna make an hourglass. So what I did here was I have 2 bottles the same size. And what I did was I took the caps and I glued them together, and then I put a little bit of tape around it just to make sure that it was a good seal. Then what we did was we made 2 little holes in here. Now this is something an adult would need to do, is make the holes in between the caps. And we put straws in each side. So what we want to do is we want to have 1 straw longer on one side and the 1 straw longer on the other side. Now, in this bottle, I have oil. In this bottle, I just have water that's been colored so we can kind of see what goes on. So, I'm gonna put this side in and twist it. What you wanna do is you wanna kind of get it till there's about 1 inch or so left in each bottle, and you wanna make sure that your straw is gonna hit it. I need to push my straw down just a little bit more and make sure it's hitting that water. Now, here's the tricky part. We have to, and we might make a mess, but we have to get both of these straws in here and twist it close and check it out. So, what you could do with this is you could mark, after a minute or so, your blue bubbles. Come on, there we go. It's starting to bubble a little bit. You could mark your blue bubbles and kind of see your time. So how does this work? Well, water, believe it or not, is more dense than oil. So when the water goes through, it actually goes to the bottom. When the oil goes through, because it's less dense than the water, it's going to go to the top. So after a few minutes, you're going to have blue at the bottom here, and you're going to start to see this oil at the top. You can kind of see it start to rise. So this is kind of fun. It's kind of like a lava lamp. So what's happening is the straws, this straw is doing my blue because it's a little longer, and this straw over here is going up into this bottle with my oil, so you can see that oil. So you guys can do sundials. You can do sundials with anything you want. You can do it with your own body. You can do it with Legos. Doesn't really matter what you use, but it is kind of cool. You can do a water clock, or you can do an hourglass. So this is our lesson for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Remember to go to LouisvilleChildren'sMuseum.org to see the rest of our videos, and like us on Facebook. We're going to be doing more of these. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks.